You know new trucks are a trap. The payment, the subscription for the heated seats you already paid for, the proprietary diagnostic port that tells the dealership everything and tells you nothing, the engine that throws a code when you change your own oil filter because it was not done at an authorized service center. But knowing it is a trap and knowing what to buy instead are two different things. There are 3 trucks on the used market that were built before all of that happened. 3 specific models with no kill switches, no diesel exhaust fluid tanks to babysit, no particulate filters that clog and destroy your turbo, and engine blocks documented running past 500,000 miles on original internals. This is an engineering autopsy. We are going to tell you exactly what makes these 3 trucks different from everything built after them, what to look for when you find one, and why the industry would prefer you never watch this video. The 7.3-liter Power Stroke, produced by Ford from 1994 through 2003, and the 5.9-liter Cummins Inline 6 from Dodge, built through 2007, share a philosophy that no longer exists in production trucks. They are mechanically injected diesels. Mechanical injection means fuel delivery runs on pressure and mechanical timing, not on computer-controlled solenoids managed by proprietary software you cannot access. A 7.3-liter Power Stroke with the original injection pump does not require a dealer scan tool to diagnose. A diesel technician with a pressure gauge and a compression tester can tell you everything wrong with that engine standing next to it in a gravel driveway. That is not possible with diesel trucks built after 2007, when emissions mandates introduced diesel particulate filters and selective catalytic reduction systems into consumer models. The diesel particulate filter traps soot and must periodically burn it off by injecting raw fuel into the exhaust stream. Short trip driving prevents full regeneration. The filter loads up. When it fails on one of these later trucks, the repair bill runs between $3,000 and $6,000. The 5.9 Cummins built through 2007 has none of that. The injection pump can be rebuilt by any diesel shop in the country. The turbocharger on most variants can be sourced from aftermarket suppliers for under $300. Fleet operators have published maintenance logs showing original 5.9 Cummins blocks with 0 machine work passing 600,000 miles. The 7.3 Power Stroke tells the same story. Ford built more engine than the application required. That is not something that happens in 2024, where every component is value engineered to survive exactly 1 year past the warranty period. Before you buy, on the 7.3, pull the oil cap and check for white foam on the underside. That means head gasket seepage. Check the up-pipe gaskets on the exhaust manifold. They crack and leak boost. On the 5.9, Cummins, watch for lift pump failures, a cheap fix if you catch it before it starves the injection pump. On either engine, pull the valve cover at high mileage and look at the rocker arms. Shiny is good. Copper-colored scoring ends the conversation. Any mechanic can run these checks with a flashlight. That matters. Now, the Japanese truck that became the last survivor of an era, Toyota quietly killed. The second-generation Tundra, built from 2007 through 2021 with the 5.7-liter V8, is not reliable in the way a Honda Accord is reliable. It is reliable in the way a diesel generator is reliable, over-engineered for its application, cast in iron, where other manufacturers used aluminum, built for longevity rather than efficiency metrics. Toyota replaced it in 2022 with a third generation powered by a twin turbocharged V6. More horsepower on paper, better fuel economy in a laboratory, also 2 turbochargers, a high-pressure injection system, and a level of complexity. Toyota's own technicians have privately described as a step backward in long-term serviceability. The 5.7-liter V8 uses a timing chain. The block is cast iron. The fuel system is port injection on earliest examples, meaning injectors sit outside the combustion chamber and are not soaking in heat and carbon deposits. The variable valve timing system is simple enough that any Toyota specialist handles it with standard tools. The truck has one documented problem: frame rust. If you are buying in the Northeast, the Midwest, or anywhere that salts roads, you will get underneath that truck, and probe the rear crossmember and the frame sections above the spare tire carrier with a screwdriver. Soft metal that dimples under light pressure ends the conversation before it starts. A clean-framed second-generation Tundra from a dry state routinely passes 200,000 miles without internal engine work. The computer systems in a 2010 Tundra are simple enough that a generic OBD2 reader from any auto parts store pulls fault codes without a proprietary interface. Heated seats, if equipped, are simple components. They do not require a subscription. That distinction sounds small today. It will not sound small in 5 years. Third on this list, and the one with the most documented aftermarket support of any truck ever built, is the GMT 800 Chevrolet Silverado, produced from 1999 through 2006. Mechanics call it the cockroach of trucks. The name is earned. The LS-VAV8 family in these trucks is one of the most thoroughly documented internal combustion platforms in history. It is a pushrod V8 with an iron block, 2 valves per cylinder, and no variable valve timing in the earliest configurations. That sounds outdated. It is not a limitation. It is a design philosophy built around mechanical simplicity and serviceability by people who are not dealers. Parts availability on LS engines will not change in your lifetime. You will be able to source a rebuilt cylinder head for a 5.3-liter LS in 2045. The failure points on the GMT 800 are well known and cheap. The intake manifold gaskets on the 5.3 and 4.8-liter engines can leak coolant into the oil at higher mileage. The repair is $200 to $400 in labor and $60 in parts. The 4L60E transmission in half-ton configurations has a documented clutch pack failure around 150,000 miles in trucks used for towing. Any transmission shop handles the rebuild. Buy the most boring version you can find. Choose work truck trim, stock wheels, and no aftermarket modifications. The more stock it is, the fewer surprises someone else left behind. Here is what connects all three. Modern trucks are not designed to be repaired. They are designed to be serviced by authorized centers at proprietary rates until the repair cost exceeds the vehicle value, at which point you are expected to finance a new one. It is the same template John Deere used to lock farmers out of their own equipment. A farmer with a broken component on a $250,000 combine cannot fix it in the field because the diagnostic software is licensed exclusively to authorized dealers who can charge what the market will bear during harvest season. Remote immobilization capability is already built into every major manufacturer's current truck lineup. Certain fault codes on 2021 and later Super Duty and Ram HD trucks require dealer subscription interfaces to access. The full diagnostic tree is behind a paywall. A 2002 Silverado does not have a kill switch. A 2001 Ford F-250 with the 7.3 Power Stroke does not report your location to a server. A 2014 Tundra with the 5.7-liter V8 does not require a dealer to read your own engine data. A clean GMT 800 Silverado bought for $9,000, maintained by an independent mechanic, and kept running for another 100,000 miles will cost you less than 3 years of payments on a 2024 truck you do not own in any meaningful sense. That is not nostalgia. That is arithmetic. If you already own one of these trucks and you left a comment about keeping your 2000 Silverado forever, you made the right call. The machine you have is worth maintaining. The machine you would trade it for is designed to be disposed of. There is a difference between a truck and a product. The vehicles on this list are trucks. We broke down the complete emissions disaster that happened to diesel after 2007 in a previous episode. That video is available now. Subscribe if you are not already, because next week we are pulling the frame records on a 2021 travel trailer that a major manufacturer is hoping nobody looks at too closely.